The world has sold us a lie. It tells us that success belongs to those who wake up before the sun, who burn the midnight oil, who never stop grinding. That if you're not hustling 24/7, you're already behind. But let me ask you, how many people have followed that advice and still feel stuck? How many have sacrificed everything, sleep, family, health, only to find themselves exhausted, burnt out, and still not where they want to be? Psalm 127 verse 2 cuts through this deception like a blade. It is in vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives to his beloved sleep. This verse isn't condemning hard work. Work is good. Discipline is good. But anxious toil, that's the kind of work driven by fear rather than faith. That's a trap. Because when fear drives you, you're never satisfied. You keep striving, you keep running, you keep pushing, never stopping to realize that you're swinging a dull blade. And if you never stop to sharpen yourself, no amount of effort will ever be enough. The Stoics understood this principle well. Seneca once said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." In other words, if you're just grinding without wisdom, without sharpening your vision, you're expending effort for no real gain. The same goes for rest and renewal. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote in Meditations, "If you seek tranquility, do less, or more accurately, do what's essential." This doesn't mean laziness. It means efficiency. It means working from a place of clarity and wisdom, not from a place of fear and exhaustion. And the only way to do that is to sharpen yourself, physically, mentally, spiritually. The sawyer's lesson. Dull blades require more effort. There's an old story about a young sawyer, hungry to prove himself. He worked harder than anyone. While others rested, he kept cutting. While others ate, he kept cutting. And while others slept, he kept cutting. And yet, no matter how much harder he worked, he never got ahead. Meanwhile, the older sawyers took their time. They worked, but they also took breaks. They stopped to eat, they stopped to rest, but most importantly, they stopped to sharpen their saws. What the young sawyer didn't realize was that his blade was getting duller by the hour, and the more he pushed, the harder he had to work just to achieve the same results. But this is the reality of life. If you never stop to sharpen yourself, you will burn out. Jesus himself, the Son of God, who had the greatest mission of all time, often withdrew from the crowds to rest and pray. If rest was necessary for him, how much more necessary is it for us? The 3 pillars of sharpening yourself. Number 1, mental sharpening, the power of clarity. The first thing that dulls under constant pressure is the mind. Anxiety, stress, and overwork cloud our judgment. We start reacting instead of thinking. We lose the ability to strategize because we're always in survival mode. So what I want you to do is take time to reflect. Do some journaling, meditating, praying, or simply sitting in silence sharpens the mind. Read. The greatest minds in history were also the greatest learners. Cut out distractions. Mental clutter is just as dangerous as physical exhaustion. Point number 2, physical sharpening, the power of recovery. The body is like a machine. You push it too hard without maintenance and it breaks down. Sleep is not a weakness. It is a weapon. Exercise and proper nutrition sharpen your body for endurance. Recovery is where growth happens. Muscles don't grow during workouts. They grow during rest. And point number 3, spiritual sharpening, the power of trust. If you don't trust God as your provider, you will always live in fear. Fear of falling behind, fear of not having enough, fear of failure. But Psalm 127 verse 2 is clear. God gives rest to those he loves. So stop living like success depends solely on you. Start your day with prayer and scripture, not anxiety. Surrender your work to God and trust that he will provide. So let me ask you, are you exhausted but never getting ahead? Are you grinding yourself into the ground with no real strategy? Are you trusting in your own strength rather than in God's provision? The fire iron mindset isn't just about working hard, it's about working with wisdom. It's about knowing when to push and when to sharpen. So what's it going to be? Will you keep swinging a dull blade? Or will you stop, sharpen yourself, and move forward with real power? Now here's your call to action. Sharpen yourself today. If this message spoke to you, take a step today. Take time to rest. Take time to think. And take time to sharpen your mind, body, and soul. And if you found value in this, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss future content. And if you believe this could help someone in your life, share it with them. Because the world doesn't need more dull blades. It needs men and women who are sharp, ready, and effective. So sharpen yourself and let's move forward together.